I do want to ask you one question about your father.
Yeah,
and
that's fine.
the pictures are on that little screen there, and of course streaming live. There was, in this Grammy moment, there was a time that you were actually competing with him, like you were both nominated.
Oh,
I mean, just
yes.
imagine a father and a daughter nominated in the same category, like a forced or an enforced competition.
Well, my first experience with that was not obviously competing against each other, but my sister Nora Jones and I both received our first nominations in the first year. So, to get to be at the Grammys having my first nomination, and my sister had her first 5 nominations. Her album had 8 nominations that year.
Up with your sis-
was an incredible experience. So that familial experience I'd had.
Yeah.
But then, a couple nominations later, I was nominated literally against my father in the same category. And the reason I can't answer flippantly that question is because he passed away during that process. So we received the news of our nominations and his Lifetime Achievement Award just a few days before he passed away. So he passed away knowing he was being given the Lifetime Achievement Award, which I was very happy about. But do we swear on here?
Go for it.
I mean, it was such
We'll
a
beep it.
It was a head fuck. It was a complete head fuck because my father had died, and 60 days to the day later, I was at the Grammys with this mix of emotions, knowing I was receiving his Lifetime Achievement Award with my sister. I'd kind of thought of what I wanted to say, but that moment of like when they're calling our announcements, and I've got all the adrenaline personally of might I win, and then suddenly it's not my name being called, but it's my father. So I'm also happy, and then I'm running up on stage to kind of lose, but thank people because I'm accepting my father's. I mean, it was crazy. It was a real emotional, crazy time.
My father died when the pandemic happened, and I was out there reporting the story, and I became the story I was reporting when my dad died. And till this date, that doesn't leave me. So I'm here, I'm okay, but there are parts of me that probably will never be okay.
That's it. I mean, losing a parent is one of the biggest, difficult experiences that can happen to us. And in my case, it was also my guru. And so I lost my kind of greatest musical collaborator. I lost my teacher. And then, of course, we had this Grammy experience going on. There was also a whole other aspect going on for me, which I connected 2 major life events that weren't connected.
Right.
But 5 days after my father passed away, Nirbhaya's attack happened.
Yes.
And I was in the grief of my father passing when that world news came. And so for me, I can never think about one without the other because they both multiplied in me to this point that I was just feeling this trauma bubble and grief and anger and outrage. It was all one thing, really.